President Obama traveled to Las Vegas today to lay out his plan for immigration reform. He chose Nevada because Latinos make up close to 30% of that state's population. Under the president's plan, undocumented workers would have to register with the federal government, pay fines and back taxes, and undergo background checks. The president's calling for quick congressional passage.
And if Congress is unable to move forward in a timely fashion, I will send up a bill based on my proposal and insist that they vote on it right away.
It's a proposal that hits home for immigrant families here in Seattle. We're talking about mothers, fathers, sons and daughters often torn apart by deportation. King 5's Heather Graf joins us live with their reaction to the president's pitch. Heather.
Well, you can bet their eyes were glued to the television as President Obama spoke about immigration reform earlier today, because these families truly believe a system overhaul could change their lives.
The question now is simple. Do we have the resolve?
In this room, it's safe to say the answer to that question is yes.
We need Congress to act.
They're the staff of the largest immigrant advocacy group in Washington. And in the front row, Carlos Lopez, the man who is hanging on to President Obama's every word, because all Carlos wants is to become a U.S. citizen.
But it's true. I've been here for 21 years in this country, and it's not easy.
It's stories like his,
me and my family,
and that of Rudy Carreño,
my wife dancing, a beautiful wife,
that ultimately pushed the staff at One America to push for immigration reform.
They bring tears to your eyes when you hear what folks have to go through.
It is more my family.
Hey, and Rudy knows all too well, because he was once deported, sent back to Mexico, and forced to leave behind his precious family.
Very hard, just thinking about leaving your kids in a country where they don't have nobody. You know, it was hard for me just thinking about now being able to come back.
Right now we have 11 million undocumented immigrants in America.
And so Tuesday's proposal to create a pathway to citizenship for those immigrants left Carlos and Rudy feeling a forgotten emotion.
Oh yeah, we have a happy life. You know,
hope that their families will never again be torn apart.
I think it's going to happen.
Hope that the American dream is within reach.
And we will continue pushing until we get it.
As it now stands, becoming a U.S. citizen is a lengthy and complicated process that usually starts with either a work visa or being sponsored by a spouse or a family member. But for Carlos and Rudy, those routes just weren't an option. Still, not everyone feels the time is right for reform. Several anti-immigration groups have already spoken out against the president's plan. Reporting live, Heather Graf, King 5 News.